Hi all, welcome to John's Model Making. Today we have, there we go, Spitfire 132 scale. This is the Spitfire Mark 9 from Revell. The Technic, so it has sound and light. As you can see here, it looks brilliant. Bought this from Model Shop in Sussex a little while ago. But yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. I do have a 132 scale Spitfire, but that's a Mark II. Now I did do a little poll on the community tab, and everybody seems to have got, well, not everybody, but the majority have gone for the clipped wing version. I think it's 601 Squadron. So I'll have a quick look at that. Here we have the instruction manual, nice in colour. There's a spindle as well that's taped to the front of this. All of these level 5 models, the instruction manuals are always in colour. Usual tips and tricks. Here we have glue, paint, don't glue. Nice illustrations as well on these. And here we have the paint guide. This will make up cockpit green, though it does look a little bit different than cockpit green. So I'll use 15, 48 and 75 to make the mix for all that paint. And obviously the fuselage and the wings are going to be aluminium metallic. There we go, so that's the rest of the guide. There we go, paint guide, and then we have the sprues. There we go. Breakdown of what is on each individual sprue there. Excellent. And then we have the electrics, the circuit board, the speaker, the lights, and the little motor. Power supply takes 4 batteries. There we go. There we go, there's an illustration of the propeller in action. That looks a nice model, but I have one similar to that already, so I don't really want to do the same again. And as always, it starts off with a cockpit. Brilliant. So we'll paint the cockpit, get everything in place, and then paint the inside of the fuselage, the cabin. Put the electrics in situ. There we go. It's only a few lights in the motor. There we go. Get the fuselage together. We'll have a look at the sprues in a minute or two. As you can see here, the top of the wings are separate, but the bottom of the wings is all complete with the middle part of the fuselage in there. And obviously with the clip wings, we won't have these added pieces on. I think this is going to look absolutely superb. There we go, a little bit more. Never know how long these models are going to take, simply because either run out of paint or something happens. And here we have, there we go, we have a trailing wire coming out at the rear of the plane. Connect it up, and then we can light it up and get the propeller moving. And here we have the 2 versions. This is the Canadian Air Force, Tangier, England, May 1944. That looks nice and lovely, but this is the version that we're going to be doing. This is the Royal Air Force, Italy, November 1944, number 601 Squadron. This is the one I fancied doing, so I'm glad everybody, or the majority, want this version, because I've basically got this one, but as a Mark II. Though the camouflage is slightly different. And then we have the decals. Lovely jewellery. So there we go, there's the front of the box again. On the side, there, as it states, Supermarine Spitfire Mark 9 132 scale, 30 centimetres in length, 154 parts. Excellent stuff. And there on the side, there we go, there's the side, light and sound. Excellent. You see the propeller going around, the speaker, the circuit box, the PCB I should say, the power supply, and then those 3 lights. And on the other side of the box, it's stating that it's a level 5. There we are, and the various paint colours that will be needed. I have gone out and bought what I needed today because I have used some of my colours up already. Well, there we go. Excellent. There we go. That side and the other side are just exactly the same information. But that is looking brilliant. Lovely job. I can't wait to get this done. So we'll do the cockpit first, and then we'll get on with the fuselage and the wings. Okay, well, let's have a look inside. Here we have all the sprues. I like how this is packaged. 2 separate parts to the box. Inner part of the box. There we go. The electronic kit. There we go. Navigation lights. Cockpit. Excellent stuff. Clear parts. Now I will clean all these. You can see these are going to need, we've got some burr on these, some of these parts, so they're going to have to be cleaned off properly. Yeah, I'll give them a wash anyway. Yeah, there's the blades, bomb, landing gear, and here we have the wings and the fuselage. Excellent stuff. Brilliant. Let's have a look at the electronic kit. So here we go. There's a speaker. Nice size as well. There's the little motor. Yeah, with a pin in there. There's the IT circuit board. Wings, navigation lights, connect to any 0. Tail navigation light, connect to any 1. And fuselage ID light. And there we have the battery box. Excellent stuff. Oh, there we go. That is everything. So I need to get these cleaned up, and like I said before, we'll start with the fuselage, not the fuselage, the cockpit as always. So I'll have to separate all these parts because they're mainly a cockpit green colour, but I'll use the mixture that they have in the instructions, which is, let's see what's the colours, 15 yellow, 48 sea green matte, and 75 stone grey matte, and they're all 1/3 of percent each, mixed together, and it doesn't look like cockpit green, but we'll see what it turns out to be like. And I'm sure at the back of the pilot seat it should be aluminium. I'll look that up. I'm sure it's supposed to be. Doesn't look like it is in this one, but I'll make sure it is, and we'll colour it as it should be, rather than what Revell think it should be, because I know they've got this wrong in the past. They did do with the Mark II. That was pointed out to me by one of my viewers, and then when I did do the research on it, they were absolutely spot on. So I changed it, and I think we'll end up doing the same with this one. So anyway, without further ado, let's get on with the build. There we go, well, that's the cockpit. We just need to paint cockpit green. All this is actually silver or aluminium, so that can be done last. And after that we just got the pedals inside, which will need to be painted separately. The bucket seat as well, that will have to be painted separately. I'm going to do that leather brown here, maybe red on the sides as well, but the rest of it is cockpit green. So we'll get on with that and show you next. Okay, there we go, there's the cockpit all nicely complete. I did look up research, and this panel here is silver. It's cockpit green on some, but it's silver on most. So that's why I made it aluminium metallic. It's going to be just like the outside of the cab. Sorry, outside of the plane. The wings and the fuselage, because we're doing the 601 squadron. There we go. It's all that lovely detail. We even managed to get brass on a couple of them runners at the bottom. And the pilots, near where the pilot's feet is. There we go. Pretty pleased with that. Excellent stuff. There is the two parts of the fuselage with some detail in place. There's another piece here to go on as well. There we go, there it is. That is it for now for the Mark 9. That's looking really bon. I do like doing the cockpits. There's a lot of detail in there. And it fits perfectly in the fuselage, as you would expect. But yeah, it looks great. I love doing all these little bit of touch up. The decals have gone on perfectly alright. They seem to be plasticising quite well. It isn't fully dry. It's one of them days today where it's very cold, even though I've got the heating on. Not everything is gluing straight away. It's taking a little bit of time. Anyway, more videos to follow of this Spitfire. I'll try and keep it to one video rather than 2 or 3 videos, so I'll just chop it down as we go along. We've got the electrics to fit in the fuselage next, along with this. I've got to make that hole bigger. I've already cut a piece out of there, get the motor in place, and then it's just the finer details. But we'll see how long it takes. Anyway, I won't bore you any longer, so if you did like that, give us a big thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you soon. Tomorrow I think I'll be doing the Lancaster Bomber again. I'll give this a break, do the Lancaster Bomber. I haven't received anything from Royal Mail, and they're on strike tomorrow and the day afterwards, so it's going to be weekend before I get anything of my part works, and I'm expecting any store-bought kit. What else was that? Oh, Iron Man as well. I've only just been notified about Iron Man, so I doubt that'll come this week. Don't know whether this will come next week, because I know Royal Mail are on strike 23rd and 24th, but it will come eventually. Anyway, thanks for watching and tuning in. See you soon. Bye for now.